Hello students, how are you? Students, yesterday I told you the summary of the second lesson of your book Moments. The name of the lesson is The Adventures of Toto. Now today I am going to explain first part of it. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for a sum of 5 rupees. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. Students, the narrator is saying once narrator's grandfather saw that a Tonga driver tied a little red monkey whose name was Toto to a feeding trough, and Toto was not feeling comfortable there, and grandfather observed that Toto's condition was miserable because according to the habits of the monkey, they used to jump here and there. But Tonga driver tied Toto to a feeding trough. That is why grandfather decided to add Toto to his private zoo. Grandfather was fond of keeping pets in his house. He purchased Toto from the Tonga driver after giving 5 rupees to him. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. The narrator is saying Toto was a pretty monkey. His shiny eyes, which were beneath deep-set eyebrows, were full of mischiefs, and his teeth were as white as pearl. Whenever Toto displayed his teeth while smiling, then even the Anglo-Indian ladies would be frightened after looking at Toto's teeth. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wicked, and his tail, while adding to his good looks, grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks, also served as a third leg. The narrator is saying that his hands, Toto's hands were wrinkled. It seemed that they were dried in the sun for many years like the pickled vegetables. But his fingers were quick and wicked, quick and full of mischiefs. And his tail added to his good looks. And grandfather believed that a tail would add to anyone's good look, and Toto's tail served a third hand for him. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. And Toto could use his tail for hanging himself to a branch. and he also could lift any object with the help of his tail, which are beyond his hands. Grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new birds and animal. The narrator is saying, further saying that grandmother always first when grandfather brought home some new bird and animal. Mr. Narrator is saying when grandfather used to bring some new birds and animals in the house, then grandmother was disturbed because she did not like to keep animals in home. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. That is why it was decided that Toto's presence could be kept secret until grandmother was in good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall, where he was tied securely, or so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. That is why grandfather and narrator kept Toto in a closet, in an almirah, which opened into narrator's bedroom wall, and they tied, narrator and his grandfather tied Toto securely to a peg which was fastened into the wall of the closet. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental papers chosen by grandmother, now stood out as naked brick and plaster. And after a few hours, when grandfather and the narrator reached the closet in order to release Toto from there, they found that the plaster of the wall of the closet was dismantled, and the ornamental papers were also torn into pieces. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. Narrator is further saying that the peg which had been fastened in the wall of the closet had been damaged, had been wrenched out of the socket, and the narrator's school blazer was also hung in the closet, which was also torn into pieces. I wondered what grandmother would say, but grandfather did not worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. Then when the narrator saw that his school blazer was also torn into pieces, then he was worried that grandmother would become angry with him. But grandfather did not worry about that mischief of Toto, and he seemed pleased with his performance. He is clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a rope and made his escape from the window. Grandfather told the narrator that Toto was very clever. If some more time had been given to him, then he would make a rope with the help of the torn pieces of narrator's blazer and would escape from there. Now students, I think you will have understood the meaning of this part of the lesson. Now I request you to read and write the explanation, and tomorrow I will explain next part of it. Thank you and have a nice day.